Justin Hilton is the president and CEO of Leadership Akron. I get to hang out with him here today on Good Morning Akron. Hi, Justin. How are you?
Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we're so glad to have you. Let's go ahead and for people who have never heard of Leadership Akron, they're just tuning in. They're like, what is that? That sounds interesting. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't heard of Leadership Akron, shame on you. No, I'm just playing. So our job is obviously to inform the community as to what it is that we do, which is essentially to empower leaders and to expose them to this great community that they're in so that they can leverage who they are to better our community.
That's really beautiful. And why are you so interested in this? How did you end up as the president and CEO?
So that's a great question. I'm a product of this community, born and raised here. I went through a signature leadership program with Leadership Akron about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And so even though I was born and raised here and thought I knew everything about this community, it wasn't until I went through that program and I literally was exposed to every aspect of our community, every sector. We got to meet with all the leaders of, the social service sector. We got to meet with the county executive, the mayor, the judges, the police chiefs, all of those folks. And we really got to understand this community. And what I felt it did for me was it allowed me to understand what was so amazing about this community, what areas needed leaders to step up to the plate.
Right.
And so I felt a sense of responsibility and obligation to carry this leadership torch that had been handed down to me, passed on to me, and to run forward with it. And so that's what I did. And so once I graduated from my signature program, I was a very, very engaged alum. And about 15 years later, I was asked to serve on the board of directors for the organization. So
Okay.
I served on the board. And during that time, the former president and executive director retired. And so there was an opportunity for there to be a new leader. And so I threw my hat in the ring because of my passion for this community.
I love that. Now, do you do this work then full-time for the organization? Is it your full-time job?
Yeah, so it's our full-time job. We have about $1 million budget that we run.
Okay.
We have 5 employees that are full-time staff with us, and we have some consultants that work with us as well. We have to fundraise about 50% of that $1 million budget. But yeah, it's a full-time job, full-time operation. We run about between 8 to 10 leadership programs that go from high school juniors all the way up through those who have recently retired.
Amazing.
So yeah, in a given year, about 8 to 10 programs. It's about between 200 and 250 leaders.
Okay.
That experience our program, and yeah, we run a pretty robust programming docket, plus we do about 4 or 5 signature events in a given year as well.
How cool is that? And I love that it spans the ages. You said high school juniors all the way up to people who are retiring. So if someone's watching and they're like, man, I really think I would like to do one of those programs, is there a way that they can get involved?
Sure,
Do they
absolutely.
have to apply? What does that look like?
Yeah, so leadershipakron.org / programs. That'll give you, access to all of our programs. But some of our programs, like our Junior Leadership Akron program, for instance, that is a collaborative affiliation we have with all of the schools within the county.
Okay.
So they select 2 students and they send those students to us, right? So those are selected by that
schools.
organization, right? We have 3 what we call Community Leadership Institute programs. And so those programs are embedded within some of our largest employers within the county. So like Goodyear, Bridgestone, Cleveland Clinic. So they identify who their leaders are going to be as part of their cohort.
Okay.
But like our signature program, which is designed for more of our seasoned professionals, that's an application-based process. We also have a program called Diversity on Board, in which we do absolute elite training of Black and brown individuals within our community to prepare them to serve on boards within the county.
Okay.
And that as well is an application-based process, so you have to
Wonderful.
apply for that. Our program that's called Next for our retirees, that's a registration-based program as opposed to application-based. So,
Okay.
so there's some nuances there,
Yeah.
but all the stuff is online
It's
for
all
people
online for people to find out. And what a diverse amount of programs as well.
Sure.
And I love that you guys are providing that, age and diversity in terms of the programs, and it's really beautiful. Really cool. All right, so you have a golf outing coming up, and this is a way that community members could participate in what you do without maybe jumping right into a program or applying for a program or something like that. So tell me about the golf outing.
Yeah, so this is our golf outing. We have an annual golf outing that we've done. COVID, of course, impacted that. But we're back up and running, and so it's an annual golf event. And this is our 40th year of existing, so we feel like for 40 years we're going big.
I love that.
And so we're doing a traditional golf outing, a golf scramble at Presswood Country Club.
Okay, and where's that located?
So that's in Uniontown Green.
Okay.
But we're also doing something at Big Shots Firestone.
Oh, okay.
And so that's, of course, I think Topgolf purchased them, but it's a Topgolf type feel, but it's local to our community. But we were able to have Ben Curtis be part of this particular golf outing this year. And so Ben Curtis, for those that don't know, he is a multi-PGA championship winner. I think at one point he was ranked highest 24th in the world. He's won over at the British Open, so he's an amazing golfer.
I hadn't even heard of him, and I am not a person
who
follows golf, and so he definitely has a really well-known name.
He is, and so Candace Curtis, his wife, is in our signature class right now, and so we have a great relationship with them. So he's coming in, and he will be featured at a champions breakfast. He's actually going to bring some of his PGA trophies.
Wow,
he's going to do a
so
golf
fun.
clinic. So we'll have access and availability to him. We'll be able to hear his leadership journey as well, so that we can share nuggets of leadership. But it's going to be a great event, and of course, all of the proceeds not only support Leadership Akron, but it also supports the Ben Curtis Family Foundation.
Oh, wonderful.
And that foundation exists to battle child food insecurity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So if people want to find out more information about that, where can they go to do that?
Yeah, they can go to our homepage again at leadershipakron.org.
Great, and they can sign up there for the golf outing.
They can sign up there for the golf outing, yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Anything else that you guys have going on right now that you want to share?
So, we've got a couple programs that we're still taking registrations for, like our Leadership Akron Next. But yeah, we just encourage, our entire community, it takes all of us together, right? So we're super excited to be in this lane of curating leadership within our community, so that we can all make this community the best community possible.
I love that.
Yeah.
And if someone's watching right now and maybe they just need an encouragement to take that next step, what would you tell them?
So the next step in terms of,
just in terms of their own lives, their own maybe leadership journey.
Yeah.
Do you have any encouragement for someone?
So, I think one of the things that we say is have the courage to envision a community that you want to be part of.
Oh, I like
right?
that a lot.
And
That's great.
And if you don't see that community functioning right now, then jump in and be a part of creating that vision. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much, Justin,
for
being here.
Absolutely.
Do you have any social media that you want to share before we wrap up?
Well, so yeah, all of our social media, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got all of that. So again, if you go to our homepage, at the very bottom are all those links for our social media.
Perfect.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching Good Morning Akron this morning. We had an amazing interview here with Justin Hilton from Leadership Akron. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got more great stuff coming up next.